Hi there, this is AniBusiness with your friend Simeon. It's another video on rabbit farming again, and in this video I'm going to tell you how to cross your doe and also how to raise your bunny successfully after birth. I will also tell you when your doe are going to be ready, when to cross them, how to take them away, how to raise the bunnies, how to feed them, what to give them. So that is what we are going to be discussing in this particular video. So please, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please kindly do so, and also turn on the notification bell. I have a lot of videos on my YouTube channel that talks about rabbit farming. I believe when you check in, you will benefit one or two things from them. I have a video on how to treat your rabbits with ivermectin, how to start rabbit farming, how to make a cage, and lots more. At first, before you cross your doe, you have to know the age of the doe before you take her to the buck. And also, it is very important to know the age of the buck you are using to cross the doe before you mate the two together. If you use immature buck, there is 100% assurance that your doe won't be pregnant. So your doe will be up to 5 going to 6 months. At 5 months, they are matured enough. At 6 months, they are fertile enough. That is why it is very important to leave your doe till they clock 6 months before you mate them. And also your buck, it is very important to leave them until they clock 6 months going to 7 before you mate them. At that particular time, their female is matured enough to turn the eggs to a baby. So you should let both grow bigger before you cross them. And also, before you cross the two together, please look for a good buck, a big one, a good breed. It is what your buck transfer to the doe that the doe will give you at the end of the day. This is one of the problems that most people do face in this rabbit farming. It has happened to me before. The buck are big in size, but they are not matured enough. So and I use the buck to cross numbers of rabbits here. At the end of the day, the result that I got was poor. I was expecting bunnies at the end of 1 month, but I was disappointed because I couldn't get anything from them. So immature buck is one of the problems. You might have crossed your rabbit, and at the end of the day, you will notice after 1 month they are not giving birth, and you are not even seeing a sign of pregnancy. It is because your buck is not matured, even when your doe is matured. So let your buck reach up to 5 going to 7 months before you use him to cross. Even if it is big, the size really doesn't matter. So now, when can you cross your doe? It is when your doe are on heat. How do you know when your doe are on heat? The vulva will turn reddish in color, and it will be moisture. It won't be too dry, it will just be moisture, like a little bit wet and reddish in color. So your doe is on heat and ready to mate. You can take her to the buck at that particular moment. It might be in the morning, it might be in the afternoon, it might be in the evening. At any time you discover that your doe is on heat, just take her to the buck and mate her. After mating her, leaving her for either 1 day or 2 days, depend on how active the buck is. You can take some doe to the buck and it will just be running around, or might not be able to cross the doe at that particular moment. So it will be better to leave the doe for the buck for a complete day. But you have to be paying attention to see if the buck actually crossed the doe you took to him. If you now figure out that yes, the buck actually crossed the doe, 1 day is enough, you can take her back to her room. But if you discover that yes, the buck is trying to mate with the doe, but the doe is not giving him a chance, you can leave them for something like 2 days. For instance, you put her in today and she wasn't giving any attention, she wasn't submitting, you could just leave them till tomorrow. I believe before the next day, the buck would have found one way or the other to mate with the doe. Because at times, if the buck is struggling to mate with the doe and the doe is not giving him a chance, they tend to bite them. They will hold them at the top or hold them at their forehead and bite them. all the struggle is just to mate with them. So it is better to leave them for a longer time. If you notice that yes, your doe is not giving the buck a chance, leave them for a longer time. So after you cross them, it is necessary to write down the dates of when you cross the doe. It might be on paper if you have a jotter in the farm. Let it be there. And if it is not on paper, you could just write it like this place. You write the day. Across this also this thing on this also day. Now on the same day next month, you should be expecting your bunnies. So expecting your bunnies, it's going to come in the night, usually in the night. So on the 27th going to 28, take the nesting box. You might be using rubber basket. Yours might be a wooden one, and yours you could just decide to put a sack or cloth inside there for her, and yours could be grass. People use different things to receive bunnies when they notice the doe is due to give birth. After your doe give birth to bunnies, it is very, very important and crucial to watch. It is very, very important, like I said, to watch if the mother rabbit is actually breastfeeding the baby. If she's not breastfeeding the baby, then that means you are going to be doing that yourself. If you forget to take note of this, within 2 going to 3 days, the bunnies you get might die due to absence of breastfeeding, absence of milk. There is no food within them. So it is very, very important. If your female rabbits give birth today, watch out tomorrow, watch out next tomorrow, watch the babies closely. If the tummy are filled up, then that means the mother is doing her duty. But if their tummy is not swollen, then that means the mother is not doing her duty as a mother. So you will be the one to force her. You put her on your laps, hold her very well, put the baby on her chest. They will look for where the teeth, the nipple is for themselves. You just need to be doing that once in a day. So from there, your bunnies are going to be okay. So within a week, the mother should have the sense to be breastfeeding the baby by herself. And probably if the eyes of the bunnies are opened, they will locate the mother to suck her breast by themselves. So you don't need to force them or to take them to do that. Your doe can give birth to at least 1 to 12 going to 14 kitties at a time. But their first birth usually starts with 3, 4, 5, 7. Your doe will as well give birth. Once they reach that 6 months and you started crossing them, they can start reproducing for something like 2 to 4 years. Yes, they will keep on giving you babies for a complete 2 going to 4 years before their time deteriorates. So at that particular time, they might become weak, or they might not give you the normal production again. They are too old for production. Your doe, which is your female rabbit, can actually reproduce for almost 6 or 7 times in a year. You know, their gestation period, their pregnancy period is only 1 month. For instance, you cross her today. Let's assume she's pregnant today. The next month, that particular day, next month, you are expecting a baby. After giving birth, you are going to be raising the bunnies, right? And you will raise them for something like 3 going to 4 months before you wean them, before you separate the two. If you are not repeating that kind of thing like that, it will be up to 6 times or 7 times, because at times majority of people, when the bunnies are 2 weeks going to 3 weeks, they separate, so they cross again. And one funny thing about them is, even if the doe is still with a male, that particular time that she give birth, if the male cross her, if she's on it and the male cross her, she will still become pregnant again, raising the baby all together with another belly. So your rabbits can be on it at any time, they can give birth at any time if they mate. Now if you now have your bunnies, like I said in one of my videos, it will take them up to 8 going to 10 days before their eyes open and their ears will open. So it is that particular time that they will start eating solid feed. Maybe you are giving their mother pellet feed and they are not eating it before because they are blind. Now they open their eyes, so they will be eager to eat the feed. But I will advise you, like I said in one of my videos, the best feed you can give to your rabbit is breed well, the grower. Now if you now have the bunny, the best thing you can give them is the starter. You can get a starter, you can get, if it is Ultima, that you know it is rich, just get Ultima, that is chicken feed. If it is breed well you can afford, get breed well starter. If it is stock feed you can afford, get stock feed starter. It is always mash or crumble. So mash is a powder and crumble is just a little sizes, so it is easy for them to pick and chew, and also it will benefit them much better and help them to grow well than the grower or the usual rabbit feed you are giving them. And don't forget, you can as well give them stuff like carrots, watermelon, and other nutritional leaf like potato leaves, so on and so forth. Mind you, when your doe give birth, you know you are going to still write the date down. This is when they give birth to bunnies. So you will still be raising the bunny again till they are 5 or 6 months before you cross them. So that is how you keep on doing it. The one you raise to sell, you sell. The one you raise to reproduce, you keep them, you feed them very well, and you reproduce. If you have to sell baby rabbit, we sell 2 sizes. The winners, they are usually between their 1 month going to 2 months. Then the grower, they are usually between their 3 months going to 4 months. Then we have the 5 going to 6 months. Those ones are ready to mate. Then we'll have the 6 months after. Some might probably be pregnant. So those are the kind of rabbit that people demand in the market. Although there is market for rabbit in Nigeria, but it's not yet much because people are not consuming it that much. How much is the baby rabbit? The baby rabbit, like the winner, is between 2,500 to 3,000 naira in Oyo State, that is Ibadan. The grower is between the range of 3,500 going to 4,000 naira. And also the point of mates, ready to mate, those ones are between 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 naira in Ibadan. So that is that about how to cross your rabbit and how to take care of the babies until you still use them to reproduce. My name is Simeon O. James. You can reach out to me through the number you are seeing on the screen. And if you got any question or anything that is bothering you in your rabbit farm, you can as well reach out to me. Thank you for watching my videos.